there. We continue our conversation on the budget with a focus on the consumption sector. Next on the business vertical, B. Thiagarajan, ED and President of Blue Star, joins in on the conversation with us. Mr. Thiagarajan, thank you so much for taking our time. I want to first start up with the basic expectations that you have from Mr. Arun Jaitley, especially in the home building and consumer durable industry. All right, we seem to have a little bit.
It should be a growth-oriented budget. This is the right time to do that. Whatever reform measures are possible, that we should go ahead with. Third is that today we have a situation where the enough scale is not there for quite a few appliances. I am talking about air conditioners, for example. Our market size in India is around 4 million units. China is 50 million units. Global market size is around 105 million units. As you can imagine, with a 4 million domestic market size, you will not be globally competitive. So therefore, it is important that the domestic market grows so that we become globally competitive. So in this connection, I would recommend that we work towards make the air conditioners more affordable. It is not necessary that they need to do for all types of air conditioners, which are high energy saving air conditioners like 5-star and inverters. The industry has been asking for 0% duty. And this is something supported by the Ministry of Power as well as Bureau of Energy Efficiency also. So we expect the Finance Minister to consider this request and exempt excise duty for 5-star and inverter air conditioners. Then what will happen is people can afford more and more of higher energy efficiency products, and in the process the market grows. If the market grows, the price levels will come down. This is serving the purpose of domestic growth as well as the affordability of the people as well as the greenhouse emission requirements, in the sense that you become more and more energy efficient as a nation.
Mr. Thiagarajan, you're speaking about the need for scale. How can Make in India and some of the other government initiatives and programs really help the domestic industry reach the kind of scale that it needs to compete on a global level?
If the scale is built, Make in India will happen. The import dependence will reduce. So as an Indian company, we are interested that more and more products should get manufactured in India. On the cold chain sector, there has been reforms all along. Many concessions have been made, including the SENVAT exemption or the import duty exemptions, etc., for the fresh fruits and vegetables. But the sector is yet to take off. There our requirement is this 0% duty does not help anyone at all, because in a GST regime that 0% duty will not be effectively reaching the end consumer. In the next stage he will not be able to take the set off. So we have been asking as a duty drawback scheme, and there again the government's priority should be to grow the cold chain infrastructure in the country. So to sum up, I want the budget to be a growth-oriented, reform-oriented budget which will build scale in the country for the domestic products. Second is it should become affordable so that the consumption levels go up. And third is that then only the Make in India program will come to a reality. On the other hand, if more and more manufacturing is going to take place, the employment generation will improve. I think manufacturing as well as the agriculture are two sectors which can generate most of the employment. For any growth to happen, employment generation is something critically important.
Mr. Thiagarajan, how do you look at improving market share in this market? Because demand is continuing to be slow. What are corporates like yourself doing to capture whatever demand there is out there?
So we have for the past 5 years grown faster than the market and steadily gained the market share. So we will reach a market share of somewhere around 10.5% this year. Our intention is to reach a market share of 12% in the coming year. Now more than 50% of our sales come from tier 3, 4, 5 markets. These are markets where there are aspiring population and consumers and driven mainly by the agricultural economy. And the tier 3, 4, 5 market consumers are also getting money from the people who are employed, their sons, daughters in the urban centers actually. So the employment generation, as I mentioned, is important for money to flow back into the rural markets. The agriculture related growth should happen. So we bet heavily on the tier 3, 4, 5 markets. Coming specifically to Blue Star, our distribution will get strengthened in these markets. We will also build brand extensively. The companies for all along built their brands in the main metros. Significant amount of investment is going to be placed in tier 3, 4, 5 markets going forward.
The budget, from what we learn, is likely to be rural focused, Mr. Thiagarajan. Do you see some demand traction coming in from there?
Not exactly. I don't think air conditioning is a sector which is going to be tackled by the social welfare schemes. Indeed, as a company which, as a country which we have reached a stage where we should look at the inclusive growth. And what will help me is the skill building initiatives there. If a lot of money is put in building the skill of the people, for example, we are going to be setting up 2 manufacturing units, one in Jammu and another in Sri City, Andhra Pradesh. And our service network is expanding across tier 3, 4, 5 markets. If skilled manpower is available, I will be able to achieve the growth because that is a critical input factor. So to that extent I am interested, but I am not pinning my hope on there will be a social welfare spend which will be spent in a consumer durable like air conditioner, because air conditioner is still not a low-end appliance for somebody to afford. But I should be in a position to serve the society by employing skilled people directly or indirectly through our dealers and directly in our factories.
All right, Mr. Thiagarajan, thanks for that. We'll take a short break. On the other side, we put the focus on the economy pillar as well. We talk about the economy with Arvind Virmani, former Chief Economic Advisor, as well as the head